Живий концерт на Old Fashioned Radio. Приходьте за адресою Воздвиженська, 32 та приєднуйтесь до нас на сайті OFR.FM.
I'll be sharing stories from my last 2 years living in Kyiv. A colorful place, a wonderful place, a place that's welcomed me. A place where I've grown creatively, a place where I've experienced new sights and sounds, new languages and culture, and new stories. I've gotten to go deep into my own story and into the story of this unique city and country. So listen to the stories. Let's share stories tonight. Stories are so important to bring us together in this broken world, to heal us. I want to listen to a story about a family of travelers, hopeful and wise. I want to listen to a story about a family traveling ancient roads guided by love. Tell me a story. Tell me a story. Mother, Father, where do we come from? What makes us special? The people who we are. Children, we've walked a winding road. We can't remember it all, but we'll tell you the stories we know. Our past was a tangled thread, connected, neglected. We'll weave our stories, Clark. We can be proud of this colorful costume. Tell me a story. Where do we come from? Tell me a story about who we are. Tell me a story. Where are we going? A story to guide me, shape and inspire me. Children, children, turn toward the future. We'll pick up pieces of the past at every bend in the road. Mother, father, we'll share our stories. We're proud of where we've been and what we've seen in the world. We'll follow the tangled threads, unwind them, align them. We'll weave our stories, Clark. We can be proud of this colorful costume. Tell me a story. Where do we come from? Tell me a story about who we are. Tell me a story. Where are we going? A story to guide me, shape and inspire me. Tell me a story. I wanna listen to a story, story about a family of travelers, hopeful and wise. I wanna listen to a story, story about a family, traveling unknown roads, guided by love. Tell me a story. Tell me a story. Thank you. So before I moved to Ukraine, I lived in Colorado. Colorado was where I was born. I was born in a medium-sized town called Boulder, Colorado. It's right at the foot of the Rocky Mountains, the tall mountains and beautiful mountains. Before I moved to Ukraine, I lived in this small town, a smaller town, inside the mountains. I had a house looking over a beautiful lake with a view of the snow-capped peaks. And I lived there with a very special woman, a ex-girlfriend of mine, and we were trying to find out how we could be artists and musicians. She was a poet, and I was starting to write songs. And it was difficult. We didn't know where we were going or how we would get there. We didn't know that our path would lead us to Kyiv. And so this song is called Onward Into Night. It's about not knowing where you're going until you arrive. You're going, I say that may be, but you can't see exactly where you are. You say say the journey seems too far and the road is overgrown. I say you know how to lift your foot and take your next steps. I'll show you death, I'll show you love. We'll walk through those old neighborhoods where we grew up. You'll show me life, you'll show me time. We won't know where we're going until we arrive. Cycle without end. I say I'll try to find the start. You say don't try too hard because the truth might break your heart. I'll look for apples in the hills and track the lambs that got away. I'll listen for God's poetry in every word you say. Will lead from Georgia Beach. Somewhere along the way we'll find exactly what we seek. We'll take the lead from the highest heights and land in outstretched hands that lead us onward into night. Onward into night. So we got on an airplane and we flew across the ocean to Kyiv. We didn't know what we would do or where we would stay, but we had each other. And that was the most important thing. Has anyone ever felt like another person was their home? That was what we felt like. We could look into each other's eyes and know that everything was going to be okay. You're all I need. I'm searching for you. My home, my home. Love, my love. I long for you. Come closer to me. My love, my love. You're a luminous ray on a gray afternoon. You're the star in the darkening sky. You bring out all that's brilliant and bright in my heart. You inspire my goodness to shine. my hope. Believe in me. I promise to do the best for you. Truth, my truth, you're all I see. I'm devoted to you, my truth, my truth. You're the soil where my soul will be rooted and held. You're the ground where my garden will grow. You're the sky where my wings aren't constrained by the clouds. You're the one love my heart needs to know. Home, my home, you're all I need. I'm searching for you, my home, my home. Love, my love, I long for you. Come closer to me, my love, my love. You're my home. You'll bring out all that's brilliant and bright. You inspire my goodness to shine. Oh. Thank you. I hear a train coming. What's that? Is it coming down the track? Oh, we're at the busy station. The city station, the Vauxhall. Ooh. When I moved to Ukraine, I didn't really understand about trains because in America, people don't really ride trains. They're slow, they're expensive. But when I got to Ukraine, I discovered that trains are such a convenient way to get around, especially the night trains. It seems like such a good idea, right? Like you get on at night, you go to sleep, and then you wake up in the morning and you're right where you need to be. Smart. But it's not always that easy. Like, sometimes it's really cold. Like if you're riding a night train in the winter and there's a cold wind whistling in the windows and keeps you awake and you can't sleep. Or maybe sometimes there's 3 big guys snoring in your compartment and you can't sleep. Or sometimes you're just thinking about what you need to do the next day and you can't sleep. Well, anyway, 2 months after I moved to Kyiv, I found myself on a night train. I was riding back from a concert in Odessa to Kyiv, and it was one of those winter nights, it was January, where it was so cold, and that thin train blanket wasn't nearly warm enough to keep me warm. And so I was lying there awake, wondering what I would do the next day. And I felt something in my pocket. It was a flat, round object. It was a a token from the Kyiv Metro. And I lay there in my bunk and I thought, what am I doing here? What am I doing on this train from Odessa to Kyiv? Why do I have this subway token in my pocket? I'm so far away from home. I mean, there's my apartment in Kyiv, which is 300 kilometers away from home. But what about my home in Colorado, which is 16,000 kilometers away? I thought about this small subway token and I thought, how far can you get with this 8 hryvnia token? It's not very far. You can go anywhere in Kyiv for sure, and that's great, but to get all the way back home from Odessa to Kyiv, from Odessa to Colorado, oh gosh, that 8 hryvnias ain't going to get you very far. So I lay there and I couldn't sleep, so I got out my notebook and I wrote this song. It's called 3,000 Miles to Go. One, two, three. I've got a nickel token in my pocket. I've got 3,000 miles to go. I'm heading for my home and my table, the place I left so long ago. I'm leaving in the nighttime. I hope I get there for noon. I'm carrying my trouble and my worries, and I'm taking all my pain. Gambled all my earnings, and I won't see them again. I'm waiting for the sunshine. It's been raining gray, gray railway ties from heaven. Oh yeah.
arms around me. I want to taste your lips once more. I'll make you happy in the nighttime. I'll give you all the things you never had when I was gone. Oh yeah. Got a nickel token in my pocket. I've got 3,000 miles to go. I'm heading for my home and my table, a place I left so long ago. I'm leaving in the heart of the nighttime. I hope I get there for the noon. I'm leaving in the heart of the nighttime. I hope I get there for the noon. I'm leaving in the heart of the nighttime. I hope I get there for the noon.
So after that cold winter, there was a warm spring. Oh gosh. And it was so nice to be able to go outside without that heavy coat, to be able to sit in the park and soak up the sunshine, to be able to scatter some crumbs of bread on the ground for the finches that came by. This song is about sitting in the sunshine. It's called Park Bench at the Edge of the World.
So I sat on a park bench on the sunny side of the street at the edge of the world, going deeper and deeper, feeding cake to the finches, a catalog of vitamins and minerals is stored up inside me. I built a world around me. I baked it from the risen dough. The tall stone towers had fallen in my absence. And though the dogs are in the temples, there's music in the parks of the seasons. Flowers are blooming. I'm seasoning my stories with flavors from the west and east. My tales taste to be told at my table alone. The cats are in the kitchen. They're following the smell of cheese. They picked up that habit sometime after we moved in. I'm hungry for all that I can see along this short and winding road. Passion and power, blindness and belief. I'm walking out to see the sunset. Won't you come with me to a cliff that looks out on the stormy sea? I am a constellation of flickering bulbs scattered in the blackness of the garden at night. I am a willow by the river, sending tender shoots into the cool spring air, daring to breathe and drawing power from the strengthening sun. I am a dark fire through damp smoking God's ballroom in God's city, on God's patch of earth. I was thrown by God's hand, and I can't miss the mark. I was gone by God's hand, and I can't miss the mark. No, I can't miss the mark. No, I can't miss the mark.
Thank you.
A poet to make a portrait of a perfect life, I wouldn't dream that you could write words that would make you fly. If I were a painter with God's palette and a golden bride, I wouldn't dream of your wings, warm spark in the winter sky. Your light questions turn toward you when they feel your touch. Rare bird, you're a visiting dancer, a bright soul on a snow-draped tree. Lingers in the light of my courtyard. Share your color with a fellow traveler. If I were a teacher trying to tell the truth to a new generation, I might show the light of your wings, soft spark in the summer sky. If I asked a leader how she takes her people in a new direction, she might share words she learned by watching you fly. Be my guide, and don't walk in tall mountains. Stay with me and don't stand by the sea. Teach me to fly in the cool afternoon air. We'll learn to live to the beating of wings. Rare bird, you're a visiting dancer, a bird soul on a sun-touched tree. Linger in the light of my courtyard. Share your color with a fellow traveler. Red bird, you're a visiting dancer, a bright soul on a sun-touched tree. Linger in the light of my courtyard. Share your color with a fellow traveler. You're a visiting dancer, a bright soul on a sun-touched tree. Linger in the light of my courtyard. Share your color with a fellow traveler. Thank you so much.
Живий концерт на Old Fashioned Radio. Приходьте за адресою Воздвиженська, 32 та приєднуйтесь до нас на сайті OFR.FM.
Take me away, let me carry you give you a ride on my melodies. I'll give you the perfect puzzle piece. Hey, hey. I'll be here waiting for you, waiting for you, waiting till we fly, dear, into the centers of our lives. My heart is open to your shining light. My hands are reaching out Take me away, let me carry you. I'll give you my all, 'cause you need me to. I'll give you a ride on my melodies. I'll give you the perfect puzzle piece. I'll be here waiting for you, waiting for you, waiting till we fly here into the centers of our lives. My heart is open to your shining light. My hands are reaching out for yours. Hold me, come take shelter in my arms. Be my blessing and my source of strength. Love me, remain and go with delight. You're the reason for my night and day. Hold me, come take shelter in my arms. Be my blessing and my source of strength. Love me, make me tremble with delight. You're the reason for my night and day. Take me away, take me away. Thank you. Sergei Tavanchik on drums. Valentin Kornienko on bass. Ilya Yuresko on piano. So I moved across the ocean with a very special woman. She's great. I have all the respect for her, even still. But after a year in Kyiv, she decided that she needed to move on to another city. And so I said, okay, go ahead. And we'd done a long-distance relationship before. When we first met, she lived in Cambodia as a journalist, and I lived in Colorado. And so, we talked on Skype every day. We'd have long calls. And so I expected it to be like that again, 2 years later. But so at first it was great. She went to Sarajevo. She worked there. We talked often. But then her phone calls started getting less frequent. And then it took longer for her to answer my text messages. And I started to wonder what was going on. At the same time, I was looking for a new apartment in Kyiv. I was looking for a perfect place for both of us to live. So I packed all our things into our suitcases. I folded all her clothes carefully, waiting for her to come back. And then I finally got a phone call from her, maybe the first one in a week. And she said I shouldn't bother to bring her things with me because she wasn't coming back. And I sat in the dark in my apartment with all of our bags and boxes packed, our whole life packed into these bags and boxes. And I wrote this song, Crystal Love. It's my last night alone in our apartment. I'm thinking about you, I'm wondering how you're doing and where you are. I packed all your clothes and the papers that you'd left. You said I shouldn't bother to take them with me. We had a long goal and you told me all your plans were changing, and we agreed that it was best to change with them. Like an earthquake had cracked your mortar and the fragments fit together better. You were stronger than you'd ever been before. I held our love like a crystal bird with a broken wing. You were my priestess, I wanted to be your king. I held you in darkness, it was hard to let each other go. But our roots were bound and we needed to grow. Love is a mirrored pool and the lover is the stone bottom. How deeply can I see into you? How close can I get? These waters have nourished us and they'll cause us bitter pain. But we'd have missed the meaning if we'd never gotten wet. Cold wind sifts the leaves and my tender heart awakens. I recognize this lonesome listening feeling. I think there were advantages to being all alone, but I can't remember any of them. In the dark of winter, I'll remember your smile. I'll call you up and ask you how you're changing. I'll listen for your strength and in your healing, your love, your pain, your fear, your anger, and your longing. Thank you. It was dark there in that
Kiev apartment, and it was dark in those months that followed. That was going into the winter, into the darkest time of the year. And it was so hard to go inside myself and find some light. And it was so important because that was the only way to move on after that relationship broke. So I wrote this song to myself, but it's also to everyone who's going through something dark, a dark time. It's a reminder to let your light shine.
mountain shadows. Everything that mattered shattered darkness gathered beneath the trees. A warm breeze leads you higher. You hold the lantern, but the candle's dark. So keep climbing, search for a spark that will let you share your light with the world. A flame to start the fire in your heart, your eyes, your soul, your mind. You can make this darkness bright. It's beautiful when you let your light shine. Shine, shine, Find yourself by a mirrored lake. Soft shimmers in a quiet place. Stars invite you to turn your face toward a river of rippling light. Tilt your wick to touch the fire. Hold your lantern high. Catch the light, the flame is bright. A 1 in 8 billion brilliance lives in your heart, your eyes, your soul, your mind. You can bring your joy to life. It's beautiful when you let your light shine. Shine, shine. Clear morning, open skies, bright echoes in your hopeful eyes. It seems the lantern glow from the night before inspired the sun to rise. Light steps as you descend to share your spark with all who depend on your flame to start their fire. They're waiting for that glow that overflows from your heart, your eyes, your soul, your mind. Your gifts are true and your smile is bright. It's beautiful when you let your light shine. Shine.
Thank you. We have one more song for you tonight. This song is about the choice you have in every situation. This song is about finding your freedom, claiming your freedom, and sharing your freedom. Because in any situation, no matter how dark it seems, or no matter how limited the options are, you always have some freedom to choose. Maybe it's to choose how you react, or how you see the situation, or how you respond to a person who's talking to you. So I hope that we can find this freedom, that we can share it with other people who need it, because the world needs freedom right now. This song's called Freedom. Are we captives in heavy chains, in bitter bondage in a narrow place, with burning tears, oppressive pain? What would we do if we weren't constrained? Say my name, I'm free to give any answer I imagine. Say my name, I'm free to choose. Hear the call, do you answer with intention? Hear the voice, you're free to choose. Find your freedom in this narrow place. Find your freedom in this narrow place. Find your freedom. Find your freedom. Find your freedom. Find your freedom. Ba-ba-do-ba-da-ba-da-da-da-da. This darkness holds us tight. Can there be new birth after this deadly night? Ahead of us is an unknown road. A flame of truth will take us home. There's a path leading toward a brighter future. Look ahead, you're free to choose. Choose the way to a place where we can see the sunrise. Choose the path toward the highest peak. Claim your freedom. Leave this narrow place. Claim your freedom. Leave this narrow place. Hey! Claim your freedom. Ba-ba-do-ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Claim your freedom. Claim your freedom.
To the people still enslaved, there's no true freedom until everyone is saved. Hear the voice calling you to see a better future. Look ahead, you're free to choose. We can build a better world. We have power to shape the future. Hear the call, we're free to choose. Share your freedom, make the world a better place. Share your freedom, make the world a better place. Hey, share your freedom. Share your freedom. Share your freedom. Share your freedom. Your freedom. Share your freedom. Share your freedom. Share your freedom. Your freedom. Share your freedom. Share your freedom. Thank you. Thank you so much. Ilya Yuresko on piano. Valentin Kornienko on bass. Sergei Tabunchik on drums. What's that? One more? I couldn't hear you. Do you want to hear one more song? Well, okay. I'm grateful. That's what I like. No, I'm not surprised. But I'm so grateful to all of you. I'm grateful to these great musicians on stage. I'm grateful to the 32 Jazz Club for having us tonight. So thank you to everyone who's made this night special, from the bottom of my heart. It's just wonderful to be here tonight. It's wonderful to share music with you and to share these stories. And I hope that we can make something positive out of this, to bring some light into the world from the energy, the great vibes, and the participation that you have blessed us with tonight, that you have given us. So this last song is called Gratitude, and I'm going to need your help with this one. This is a fun song. So I wrote this song when I was thinking about the people who are special to me. So right now, if you have somebody that you're sitting next to that's special to you,
Tell them that you're grateful for them. And if you don't have anybody near you, then find a new friend. Maybe turn to somebody behind you and say hello. And so this song is about appreciating each other. And I'm going to ask you to sing along. So the chorus of this song goes, every night. Can you try that? Every night. And every day, I share gratitude with you. Well, that's okay. Every day, and every night, I share gratitude. Well, that's all right. I send gratitude to the people in my life. the people in my life. I send gratitude, oh yeah, to the people in my life.
To the people in my life.
Y'all know it now, you can sing along. Gratitude to the people in my life.
People who are close to me.
I send gratitude, oh yeah, to the people in my life.
The people who mean the most to me.
Send gratitude, oh yeah.
To the people in my life. Every night. And every day. I send gratitude, oh yeah. That's okay. Every day. And every night. I send gratitude to you. Well, that's alright.
Send gratitude, oh yeah, to the people in my life.
The people who are close
To me, I send gratitude to the people in my life.
the people who mean the most to me.
Send gratitude to the people in my life.
To the people in my life.
Живий концерт на Old Fashioned Radio. Приходьте за адресою Воздвиженська, 32 та приєднуйтесь до нас на сайті OFR.FM.